Ringside Views here with SHU SHU, Bruce Carrington, man. What's going down? How you doing?
Good, we good, man. Everything cool. Everything is cool right now, man. You know, we in training camp right now. Y'all see the location, man. And then, we just getting ready for December 10th.
December 10th on the Teofimo and Sandor Martin now. They
yeah, Sandor Martin. Yeah. Hopefully, I hope Pedraza gets well. You know what I'm saying? I heard he had to get pulled out because of an illness, a non-COVID related illness. I hope he gets well, get back in the ring as soon as possible. But yeah, man, the fight December 10th is still on, man. We locked him in, we ready.
Back in Madison Square Garden, correct?
Oh yeah.
And you know your opponent yet?
Say it again.
You know your opponent yet?
Yeah. His name is Juan Tapia.
Tapia, yeah. You seem to have a good fan base down in New York, right?
Yeah.
Like you from Brownsville.
Yeah, definitely. You know, my peoples is loud and proud, man.
Ticket selling.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, man, listen, I don't really try to give myself the props, man. That's all of them. They come and show me all that love and all that support for it. So I thank them for noticing me for that.
And so you signed your first professional fight was December 9th of last year. And
October 9th.
October 9th.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's already been like a full year, right?
Yeah, it's already been a full year. Yeah.
So how you feel about how Top Rank's been moving? I know they're real good. You know what I'm saying? Moving prospects and stuff.
Man,
so how you feel?
I honestly feel like I made the best move with signing with them because it's like they are the promotion that builds fighters the best, and they get the best exposure and stuff like that. And I just noticed that all the time.
Sure.
As me growing up for watching Top Rank, watching boxing as a fan. So it was just like it was a no-brainer signing with them. They would treat me well, like get me staying, keep me active, put me on Sports Center, give me all these other fans outside of New York. You know what I mean? It's honestly a dream come true.
They got you going viral.
Yeah, it got me going viral and all that. You know what I mean?
How that feel having you know what I'm saying, being so young, but already having those viral moments out there? Man,
it's cool, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like it's a blessing, honestly. Like, cause I'm just in the ring doing my job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reaction and effect that I get from it is like something that I never prepared for. But all the praise is due to God, though, man. I don't take none of the praise and none of that. All the praise due to God. I keep myself humble, and I just keep my head down and keep going to work.
Hey, are you by any means in a rush to get those names at 126? You know what I'm saying, or are you comfortable with the way that Top Rank has been placing you with these fights?
Yeah, no, I'm comfortable because Top Rank has been placing me with great fights. I always believe in not skipping grades in school. Like, you got to go first grade, second grade, third, etc. all the way until you graduate college or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like every single fight that I have is a learning experience. Certain things that certain fighters do that I got to learn from in these pros to get me prepared for the next fight and then up to championship level. So I'm happy with the route that I'm going. I'm taking my time. I'm not trying to do no fast pace for a lot of these other fighters. I see a lot of fighters doing it.
Speaking of learning experiences, we were just talking, about your last fight and how you did get hurt. You had to beat this dude with one hand. What did you learn from that fight, and how was you able to you was using that one hand in so many different variations. Most of the time, I saw Zerdo fight with one hand, and all he was able to do was keep Jesse Hart off with just a jab and a hook. That's all he could do all fight. You was throwing punches from different variations. What was your thought process?
I mean, well, man, that taught me that I could fight through adversity. There's certain things that I've been boxing for 18 years, and there's certain things that I've learned throughout the years, and especially working with K. Sometimes we work with just throwing the right hand. Sometimes we work with just the left hand, just for these type of situations. So it's like I'm learning how to make sure like I stay focused when I'm in in a time of adversity. And that last fight just showed how well I could use my one hand, my jab, and So I feel like those are the certain things that you need in a championship level.
Eventually, you started using your right hand again in the 5th round. At what point, was it something natural? Was it you just threw it just naturally, or were you trying to hold back still? Because even in the 6th round, you started firing it off nothing was wrong. So
there's a couple things. Honestly, the first time I connected with the right hand since when I first heard it was a reflex, and Andre Ward. He called it out. He's like, yeah, man, I don't know if he wanted to throw that. That was off the shoulder, right?
Okay,
you know what I mean? And that was definitely reflex. But after a while, it was kind of like it still was hurting, honestly. But I was like, man, I got to keep throwing this. I'm a warrior, man. I'm a champion. So I'm like, you know, I was trying to be real careful on how I was throwing it, but I was like, man, still throw it so so my opponent don't think that, oh, he could just, you know, take my left hand away, I ain't got nothing left. Like, no, this is still active. You're gonna still worry about this a little bit for I'm gonna put some little sting on this, but this gonna be the one that's gonna really keep you humble for so yeah, that's what it was.
Fight, man. I'm not
Thank
gonna lie to
you.
I enjoyed it.
You know what's funny? But I'm not sorry to cut you off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even know how the fans are gonna take that for that performance, because Top Rank was like having me like expecting me to knock dudes out. They showing my knockouts and all of that stuff. Like, oh yeah, highlight reel, shoo shoo woo woo. And I'm just like, man, my fans ain't gonna like this performance. But when I got out the ring, I got a lot of praise from it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
I can say that because you've been getting, I mean, knockouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, going viral with the knockouts in this performance, to me, I mean, it just showed adversity, like what you said. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got real creative with the left hand. So to me, it was just something else that added to the arsenal. Like,
I appreciate
not
that.
only is he, you know what I'm saying, getting the knockouts, like.
And that's what I wanted to show, though, honestly. Like, cause like I wanted to be pictured as this knockout dude. Like, I'm more than a knockout guy. Like, you're gonna see the art. Like, you know, when I fight in there, you're gonna think like it's poetry in there for it's poetry in motion. So that's what I really wanted to put up out there, and I am happy that the type of fans that I have, they love the art of boxing. They don't just like the knockouts. You know what I mean? Knockouts is cool. Everybody love knockouts. You know what I mean? But they appreciate the art of boxing, and I'm happy about that.
That fight alone is exciting. And just, you know, coming from somebody who loves boxing, but we look at it from a different aspect. So when we saw you throwing just your left hand and it was still, we were like, oh,
that's what's up.
How does that feel being so young, being 5-0 into your career right now, but you getting those accolades from the, you know what I'm saying, people saying that you're one of the ones?
Man, that means a lot to me, man. And that means, like, you know, by the end of my career, I'm gonna go far. You know, God willing. You know, honestly, it's like, you know, as long as I stay on this path, I honestly feel like nobody can stop me.
You know, speaking of how you say coming 5-0, you coming from Brownsville, and y'all got a strong boxing background in that city. Y'all got a lot of Hall of Fame fighters coming from Brownsville.
Tyson, Zab Judah, Danny Jacobs, Riddick Bowe, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, you name it. You know, we got it all down the list.
So you feel like you're gonna have to carry on that mantle for
100. I got that on my back. That's motivation more than anything, to be honest. Like it's like we got that. We just got a certain edge to us that, you know, that nobody else, I feel like nobody else has. Like the things that we go through, the things that we see, man, we gritty out there. You know, Brooklyn is already the grittiest, you know, one of the grittiest places that I've ever experienced. I've been traveled the world, man. And in Brownsville, even grittier than that. You know, it's like you go into Brownsville.
Saying Brownsville
never will. Yeah, man. There's certain places, there's certain people in Brooklyn that wouldn't even walk through Brownsville. Mind you, Brownsville is in Brooklyn. I don't want to like confuse nobody. Brownsville is a neighborhood in Brooklyn, and there's people that's in Brooklyn that don't walk through Brownsville at a certain time of night. You know what I mean? So that's how it is.
Brownsville worse than the Bronx. Cause I done heard stories about the Bronx. I got people in Harlem. They tell me,
hey, New York is the concrete jungle, man. Everything is like that, man. Everything is crazy for real. But you know, it's like, it's just like I said, we got a certain edge to us, man. And yes, it's something that I'm carrying on my back, and I'm gonna take it to the mountaintop. Mike Tyson, you know, he made it all the way to the top, and I don't listen. You know, he did his thing, man. You know, I ain't trying to seem like, you know, I'm trying to compare myself or trying to get up to. I'm trying to go as far as I can with it, and hopefully it's up there with the big names, man.
Hey, since we already here, one question I got for you is, what's some of the names that you look at right now, like, you know what I'm saying, or coming up with some of the fighters that you watched growing up?
Yeah, no, definitely Mike Tyson, 100%. Like, he was my first boxer I've ever watched, and that's one of the guys that emulated my style towards when I first started boxing. Because I was always like short, scrawny kid, but I was like, you know, I like to fight, and I like to fight in the inside like Mike Tyson in the beginning and all that. But then Mayweather after a while, because I learned my body was not fit for the Mike Tyson style for you know, I started to notice, oh, my reflexes here, oh, I got this speed, okay, I got my IQ, Floyd Mayweather it is. You know, I love Ray Leonard, I love Sweet Pea, Winky Wright, underrated, one of my faves. Man, I was just watching Winky Wright just dismantle Felix Trinidad like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, like certain fighters like that, those are the type of fighters I'll go watching.
I just told him I watched that fight a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's Winky, one of my favorite fighters.
One of my favorite. He's one of the most underrated.
Easily to forget.
For real. But he was like the boogeyman for a while. That's why they kept put him on the shelf, because ain't nobody wanted to fight him.
High guard defense.
Yeah, it was irritating. Like, how you get past that? They didn't know how to get past that.
Who are some of the guys in your division that you're looking that you wouldn't mind?
I wouldn't mind fighting anybody. I ain't, Browns will never win, never will, right? Yeah. Nah, but I ain't. It's whatever. You know, everybody get the smoke for real. Like I ain't got no specific name. Whoever got the belts, by the time it's time for me to get them fight for them belts, they gonna get it. They gonna get that work, and that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Love him.
Hey, so back to December 10th. What kind of performance can we expect?
A crowd pleasing performance. I say this every time, man.
Time.
Every single time you ask that question, any type of fight, you're gonna get the same answer. A crowd pleasing performance. And each and every time, man. So y'all just keep watching, man.
Where can we find you at?
Oh man, you guys can find me on my Twitter, B_Carrington1. You guys can find me on my Instagram, Bruce_Carrington. And tune into my documentary, man. Brownsville Born. You guys can watch that on brownsvilleborn.com. 30-minute doc. You guys gonna see like a little crash course in my life if you guys don't know who I am. See what I've been through, my adversity, and hopefully you guys like it. Reach out to me if y'all do.
Shoo, man. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.